Have you ever noticed that some people just disappear? Not dramatically. No announcement. No fight. They just slowly stop showing up. Texts go unanswered. Invitations get declined. And one day, you realize you haven't heard from them in weeks. Most people assume something's wrong, that they're angry, or cold, or broken. But what if withdrawal isn't a red flag? What if it's actually revealing something much deeper about how certain people are wired? Today, we're breaking down the psychology of people who pull away from everyone, the ones society calls distant, but science calls something else entirely. 1. They're not shutting people out, they're shutting the noise out. People who withdraw aren't always doing it because of you. They're doing it because of everything. The constant stimulation of social life, the emotional labor of maintaining conversations, the invisible weight of being perceived, it accumulates. And for certain nervous systems, the only relief is silence. Psychologists call this sensory and social overload. The brain essentially hits a wall, and the only logical response is retreat. These people don't hate connection. They crave it, but they need it in small, intentional doses. Not the loud, constant kind the world keeps offering. 2. Withdrawal is often how they process, not how they punish. Here's something most people miss. When someone with a rich inner world goes quiet, they're usually deep in thought, analyzing, feeling things they haven't found words for yet. Extroverts process out loud. They think by talking, but people who withdraw, they think by disappearing. Solitude isn't emptiness to them. It's where their clarity lives. Research in personality psychology shows that highly introspective individuals often need extended alone time to integrate emotional experiences. It's not avoidance, it's digestion. The silence isn't cold, it's full. 3. Something in their past taught them that people are exhausting. Not every withdrawal is just personality. Sometimes it's history. People who've experienced betrayal, emotional neglect, or relationships where they constantly gave more than they received, they learn a quiet lesson. That people cost too much, that closeness leads to loss, that it's safer to keep the world at arm's length. This is what psychologists call self-protective withdrawal. It's not antisocial behavior. It's a very rational response to irrational pain. And here's the twist. The people who withdraw the most are often the ones who loved the most once. They're not closed off because they don't feel deeply. They're closed off because they felt too deeply, and it broke something. 4. Their standards for connection are just higher than average. People who pull away from crowds aren't necessarily lonely. They're selective. They'd rather have one conversation that means something than 20 that don't. They'd rather sit in silence with someone who understands them than fill a room with people who don't. Psychologists refer to this as quality over quantity social orientation. It's common in people who score high in depth of processing, a trait linked to empathy, creativity, and emotional intelligence. So when they go quiet, it's not because they have nothing to say. It's because they refuse to waste their words on spaces that can't hold them. 5. The withdrawal can be a warning sign, and it's important to know the difference. Here's where it gets real. Some people withdraw because solitude restores them, and some people withdraw because the world started feeling too heavy to enter. Depression, anxiety, quiet hopelessness that doesn't announce itself. It just shrinks your world smaller and smaller until leaving the house feels like climbing a mountain. So ask yourself this, or ask about someone you care about. Are they withdrawing because they're at peace? Or are they withdrawing because something inside them gave up? One is chosen. The other is survival mode. And both deserve understanding, but only one of them needs something more than space. If you're someone who pulls back from the world more than most, you're probably not broken. You're probably just someone who takes up their own space seriously. Someone who knows that not every room deserves your presence. Someone who would rather be deeply known by a few than vaguely liked by many. That's not isolation. That's integrity. The world will keep calling it distance. But you know what it actually is. It's discernment. And if you really enjoy content like this, consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss future uploads. I genuinely appreciate all your support. See you in the next one.